It's another glorious day on lockdown. Well, hey guys, it's Joel and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can see from the title of today's video, I'm going to be giving my car an exterior wash. First thing I need to do though is move my car forward ever so slightly because yeah, there's not much space here and I want to give myself as much space as possible. I've already moved my car, my dad's car back a little bit, and I probably could push this forward, but that would be boring, wouldn't it? The car hasn't been started in several days, so we might as well do a cold start and move the car forward. So let's listen to that. First things first, I'm going to make sure the roof's off because we will be having a look at cleaning the inside today as well, and also I'll be able to hear the cold start sound a lot better. Let's see. It honestly sounds so throaty, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And it's rare as well that I don't start the car, well, every day. I normally drive the car every single day, so I never really get starts like that. Anyway, I'm just going to roll the car forward ever so slightly, so I've got a bit more space. That's probably enough. I'm going to move those bins as well, and then yeah, we'll get into the actual topic of today's video, which is cleaning the car. So as I showed you very briefly at the start, and as you can very much see now, the car is in desperate need of a clean. In fact, I took it to the shops for an essential shop maybe a week ago or so, parked under a tree, and as you can see, yeah, I mean the results are pretty terrible. It got crapped all over, and then there's all of this sort of dirt, which I guess comes from the rain over the cars. My new wheels as well are fairly dirty. That's probably one of the cleaner ones. But yeah, I mean, it's basically just covered in dirt, and it has just been sitting here. Now, the sad thing about this video is that I'm aiming to get the car looking really good today, but unfortunately, I don't garage the car. It is just going to be sitting here on the driveway. So although it's going to be super clean at the end of today, to be honest, by the time I drive it again, it'll be absolutely filthy again. But the reason for this video really is because, well, I'm on lockdown. A lot of us are on lockdown. I thought this might be quite a therapeutic thing for me to do, actually, to keep myself entertained, and also for you guys to watch along with. And it could be something you guys get involved with too, because I've actually been sent a detailing sample kit, which is what I'm going to be featuring in today's video. So yeah, stay tuned guys, I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute and we'll get on with it. So if we just open the garage, I can show you the detailing kit that I have been sent. Sorry, it's very dark in here. Let's move this into the car where you guys can see it. So this is the Sam's Detailing sample kit, which they have, like I say, very kindly sent to me, and it features 9 of their best-selling products, of which there are many, but we're only going to be using maybe 3 or 4 of them today. I think we're going to use exterior detailer, glass cleaner, shampoo, we'll use the iron reactor, and probably the ceramic wax or ceramic boost. There is also, oh no, we will be using the snow foam as well, and the, do you know what, we're actually going to be using most of them, so ignore everything I just said. Anyway, I've heard lots of great things about this, well, these Sam's Detailing products. They're meant to be really, really good, so needless to say, I'm excited to use them on my car. And of course, by featuring this product, I wanted to make sure there was an incentive for you guys as well. So of course, if you do want to go ahead and get yourself one of these sample kits, you can get £5 off using my discount code through the link in the description. But anyway, let's see what they can do first, and I'll definitely let you know what I think. So full disclaimer now, I'm not in any way a professional car cleaner. There's probably going to be things and methods I use in this video which you're cringing at, but I'm just going to try and do my best to do it all properly. Don't take this as a tips on how to clean your car or advice on how to give your car, because I'm in no position to give any advice. I am just going to do my best job to try and clean the car as best as I can, and hopefully that provides some form of entertainment for you as well as me. So anyway, first on the agenda today is the interior of the car. I've taken the mats out already. It needs a hoover, so I'll do that in a second. Over there on my side is completely filthy, as you can see. And then yeah, just all in here alongside my hand sanitizer gel, and essential in today's times. There's just lots of dust and stuff. Yeah, it's a bit messy, and I can't remember the last time it was actually clean, so I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, actually all of this rubber as well. I'm gonna give it all a dust, a wipe down, a hoover, and then we'll use the interior detailer. I think we spray that over, wipe it down, and hopefully that should give it a glossy shine. So I've not been able to get every nook and cranny in there, but that's made a big difference. Now I'm going to press the number 2, I believe, button on my seat, and that should move basically all the way forwards and up, so that I can basically get as much as this stuff behind here as possible. So I've hoovered as much as I can and sort of wiped down all of the hard plastics and stuff that I could find and sort of dusted them in the car. It's not a perfect job at all. There's still a lot of dirty spots, a lot of nooks and crannies I can't get into. In an ideal world, I'd have like some really fine brushes and stuff that I could use to get into those cracks, but I don't. I'm using what I've got because, you know, I want this, everyone can literally do this with anything they've got. The other thing I don't have is any new microfiber towels, as I'm finding out, so we're just going to have to see how well I can do here. But anyway, it's time to use the interior detailer, the first product I'm going to use of Sam's detailing. I can use this on any hard surfaces, so I'm not going to use it on the seats or the leather, but I will use it on sort of all of the plastics and stuff that I've just wiped down, and it should give it like a nice matte finish. So let's have a look. Oh wow, it smells incredible. That's the first thing I can say. Right, I'll put it straight onto the cloth, and I'm gonna just apply it on all of this hard surface here. And I might just give this bit in here a spray. I can also put some onto the metal part of the steering wheel to give that a nice shine. And that seems to have done a very nice job so far. I'm actually bringing a little bit, don't know how well this will show up on camera, but actually if you look here, that was really, like, that's brought a lot of the sort of sparkle back into the plastics there. Yeah, I mean, that's actually quite impressive, and it smells amazing too. I'm just going to apply it on, it's very zoomed in, isn't it, up here as well. I've done a little bit on these parts of the steering wheel, which that's looking really shiny actually, so that's quite impressive. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have anything for the leather, because that would be really nice to give the leather some treatment as well. Maybe that can be an upcoming video if you guys would like to see that, and if we're on lockdown for a while. But yeah, that's quite impressive. I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of the car now. And the last thing to do then is get the wind deflector. Give that a, oh, where is, oh, it's here, of course, in the special spot. There it is. Cool, and I'm going to give this a wipe down. Gingerly put that one back down. I'll give this a wipe down and then pop it back in there. It's quite hard to do this with one hand whilst holding the camera, but just line it up like, oh dear, this is a mess. There we go. There we go. That's looking very nice and clean now as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much the interior done. What I'll do now is make sure the roof goes back up, of course. And actually I can probably just use my key to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to put this seat back into its normal driving position, although I won't be able to go driving, unfortunately. And yeah, if I just hold the lock button, then hopefully the windows have gone back down and the roof will go up by itself. Most of you will know what Carly is because I've spoken about it in previous videos, and I coded my car to be able to do that with the roof. Obviously this video isn't about Carly, but I should mention I still do have a 20% off the OBD reader code in the description of this video. It's still active, and Carly are giving away, I think, a 6 months free premium subscription, because as well as the OBD reader you need to buy the license for the app, which is around $50 a year. However, I think they're giving that away for 6 months at the moment, so you can basically have it for 6 months. All you need to do is buy the reader, and then you can do things like resetting your warning lights, coding the roof to go up and down with a key, lots of other things that I've spoken about in previous videos. Cool, so the car is ready now to be rinsed off. Again, another full disclosure, I don't have a proper jet washer. I've got a cheapo, it's called an Ozito 100 bar jet washer. It does the job, it gives it a good rinse. The snow foam section is going to be kind of embarrassing because it should look like you're just painting the car white, whereas mine is pretty weak and won't have that amazing effect that proper pressure washers do. So you will have to bear with me in this. It's not going to be to perfection at all. But I have to say the interior detailing product was quite impressive, because although the car's very old and I didn't give it a proper clean, just spraying it on, especially the black plastics, I don't want to say made it look brand new, because that's just a complete cliche, but it kind of did just make it look very much refreshed. So that's really impressive, and it smells super nice in there now as well. So yeah, but anyway, let's get the interior, the exterior up to the same standard. Okay, so the next thing to do now is use this snow foam. I've got, look at this absolute mess in this garage. I think most of you would have heart attacks at the state of this garage. I've got this which attaches to my pressure washer nozzle, in which I will put about 100 millilitres, basically all of this snow foam, and then dilute the rest with some hot water. I wish this camera would focus. Anyway, so that'll go in there, get attached to that, and then hopefully, yeah, like I said, it's not very good, but should basically get the snow foam all over the car, let it bathe in that for a few minutes, and then what I'll be doing in the meanwhile is filling up one of these buckets with some hot water and the Sam's Detailing shampoo, and then another one with cold water. We'll basically go around the car with a sponge or a mitt, or whatever you call it, and yeah, wipe it all down. Probably the most important bit. Okay, so while the car is soaking in the Sam's Detailing snow foam, I've just got myself a hot bucket of water, that's boiling hot water in there. I'm going to add a fair amount of this shampoo to it. That was a fair amount there. And then get my pressure washer and just top it up to make that all foamy. And now with my 2 buckets of water, I'm going to go around the car, starting at the back where I started the snow foam. I've got loads of water on the lens there. How's that? Starting at the back of the car and then moving round, yeah, wiping it down with the shampoo and then using the cold water to rinse off the mitt and go for another one. So yeah, let's go around and hopefully after this I'll dry it and it'll be looking fabulous. Okay, so I've now gone around the whole car, scrubbing it away. On the face of it, it's already looking pretty darn clean. I mean, look at that, I can see my reflection in there. Yeah, so very impressive so far. I need to go around and jet wash, rinse the car off now because it's all drying and we don't want to leave any streaks. I'm sure that was very amateurish cleaning, amateurish cleaning you've witnessed there, so please do forgive me. Don't give me too much hate for it. I'm sure you can all do a much better job. But anyway, very impressive for an amateur like me to get a very clean looking finish straight away. So yeah, I'll jet it all off, and then I realised we're going to do some glass cleaner today on the windows once it's dry, and also some iron reactor on the wheels. And then to finish off, we'll do the ceramic coating. So anyway, let's get to the jet wash. Okay, so change of plan. While the car is actually rinsing off, I'm going to apply the iron reactor to the wheels. So I think you've got to leave it for 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to do that now. Just going to grab it. Where is it? Iron reactor. Cool. Never tried anything like this, so it'll be quite interesting to see how it works. Okay, so according to the instructions on here, I basically spray it on. It can actually go on any surface, but I'm going to do it just on the wheels. You spray it on and basically allow it about 5 minutes. Oh, it stinks though. I have to say, the shampoo and the snow foam smell incredible. This smells horrific, but it's iron reactor, what do you expect? So apparently this should basically bleed purple in 5 minutes or so, at which point we rinse it off because we don't want it to dry on there. And yeah, that should basically protect it. So I'm gonna go around the other wheels now and do the same thing. And while that iron reactor does its thing, I'm just going to get the next thing ready. So I said I was going to dry the car off and then do everything afterwards. However, what I'm going to do today is actually use the ceramic, what's it called? Ceramic spray? Ceramic boost. So there is the ceramic wax, like I say, which is the other one, and that can last and have effect on the car for 8 to 10 months. Obviously, because I'm not going to be enjoying and using the car, I actually don't want to use that up because it's slightly better than this, I suppose, because this ceramic boost only lasts around 3 months. But with this, all you've got to do is spray it over the car and rinse it off. So basically, once the iron reactor is sprayed off, we'll spray this all over the paintwork and then rinse the car again, drying the car off after that, and hopefully that'll basically be it. So I can see now on this one the iron reactor starting to turn purple. However, it is drying pretty quick actually. It's quite warm today and a little bit sunny. So yeah, I'm going to immediately start rinsing them all off now. So now then, the car is wet. I've rinsed the iron reactor off the wheels. Basically going to use this ceramic boost to try and give the car a ceramic coating very quickly. So basically 2 or 3 squirts over wet panels, rinsing off thoroughly and pretty much immediately, and that should do it. We'll test it afterwards actually with a bottle of water and see if it's worked. There is one other thing I made in this video actually, because I genuinely am looking through this sample kit and finding other things I can actually use. It means we're probably going to end up using pretty much all of the products today. There's an exterior detailer, which is sort of like a quick polish, if you like. Sort of a squirt, buff off, and that gives sort of a high gloss look, again, quite quickly. Which is what we're going for really today, because like I say, I'm not going to be able to drive the car and enjoy the fact that it's clean and it's just going to sit here and get dirty. But I wanted to make this video for you guys. Anyway, let me go around the car now. I'm going to apply ceramic boost to as many panels as I can and then rinse the car off again. Feels like for the 10th time now. Let's do it. Okay, let's go. Some on the window as well. Maybe I should do one at a time, but I don't know what I'm doing, so we're just going to go all around the car, apply this, and then rinse it off straight away. I'm quite excited to see how this works actually, and actually it'd be good to have some on the windscreen, it'd be quite important there. Okay, that's pretty much the whole car. Maybe I've not used enough, maybe I've used too much, but we'll find out. So now time to do probably the least exciting part of cleaning a car for me, the drying, after which I'll try and apply this ceramic boost. I don't know about you guys though, I think I find cleaning my car quite therapeutic, but it's also quite stressful. How do you find it? Perhaps it's only stressful because I'm trying to film it as well. They're actually two things that are very difficult because A, cameras and water, not a good mix. And when it's just one person cleaning a car, you can't let things dry, but you've also got to move the camera around, and it's quite stressful actually. So maybe that's why I'm stressed out. But I hope at least from a video point of view, this has worked so far and you guys are enjoying it. So guys, although it's no secret that my paintwork is not in the best condition, I can't help but say I'm genuinely quite impressed with how this looks. I haven't actually added the exterior detailer yet, so that's still something to do. But yeah, I mean, it's never easy to pick these things up on camera, but I mean, you can see from the reflections, this is actually probably the cleanest it has ever been. And you know, as you guys will probably be saying, I've done a pretty basic job on it, given my limited level of skill. But yeah, I mean, all the way around the car actually. Even this panel here, I've never seen so shiny. Even the wheels too actually are looking fantastic. First time it's really been clean since the new wheels have been put on, and of course got the Michelin Pilot Sports, which I'm yet to really try. But yeah, I mean, looking around the other side as well, same story really. Very, very nice, very shiny. So what I should do then is see how well this ceramic boost has worked. It should basically mean that water just rolls off the car. Yep, that's pretty impressive actually. This whole process has actually taken me, I mean, it's a lengthy process. Like I say, it's meant to be therapeutic, but I don't know what the time is now. I started this probably around midday. It's 3:30. So yeah, it's taken me a fair while. I'm sure you guys could do it a lot quicker. But yeah, super impressed actually, and I'm looking forward to putting on this sort of exterior detailer, because that should just give it an even shinier somehow look. But yeah guys, you have to remember this car's done 150,000 miles. Although it's got its imperfections, it genuinely does look pretty damn good actually, I have to say. Okay, so I figure the best way to film this part of the exterior detail is to just focus on one area of the car. This is probably some of the better paintwork I've got on my car. Again, I don't know how well this will pick up on camera, because as you can see, it's already very reflective and super clean and shiny actually. But let's see if we can pick up any difference by using this exterior detailer. So it's super simple. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. spray a bit on the panel, and then I'm going to buff it off with this microfiber towel, which is probably the cleanest one I could find. So yeah, you've got to bear in mind that actually with new and proper equipment you'd get an even better look than this. So I'm going to do it about here. It smells really nice. Oh my goodness. Is that weird that I'm sniffing my car? Oh. Okay, so I'm going to give that a second and then I think buff it off in a circular motion, something like that. You can tell I'm super in tune with what I'm doing here. Okay, let's give it a buff. I don't know, maybe if you're meant to just scrub up and down or circular motion, but I'll do this and we'll see what we get. So I've sort of rubbed that in a bit. I'm just going to leave it a second, and then, I mean, it's already so shiny, and what I'll do is I can still see the sort of mist from it, and I'm going to flip the cloth. Yeah, I mean, flipping heck. Flip me. I mean, so what you guys can't... I think the camera will struggle to pick it up, but what you guys can't feel is how soft, if I just go there, paintwork feels rough in comparison to here. This will just glide across there, whereas here, it doesn't. I mean, yeah. So this part here is polished, and if we move over here, this is not polished. But you can't really see any. I mean, I'm literally, all I can see is the bit in between my two houses there, because it is just that reflective. But yeah, that's really, if you guys could feel how soft this paintwork is now, that's incredible. To spare you the time in your day, I'm going to go around the rest of the car now with that exterior detail. It's probably going to take me good half an hour to apply it and buff it off everywhere, so I'll go around and do that now and not film it, because this video, well, it's God knows how long already. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. I have now finished the car finally, and actually upon realising a minute ago what time it was, and the fact that I haven't had lunch yet and it's now about 4 PM, I am not going to do the glass clean today. That can be a job for another day. However, I spent about another half an hour going around the whole car with the exterior detailer, and I have to say, although it doesn't really show up on camera, you can notice once you've applied and buffed out the exterior detailer polish, you can notice where you've missed spots. So it does make a difference, and I can't begin to tell you how smooth the paintwork is. I've genuinely never felt that on my car. So very impressed, actually, to say the least. As I've said already in the video, I apologise profusely to those of you that are cringing at some of the techniques I've used, maybe the order in which I've done things. I really am an amateur rookie when it comes to car cleaning, and I'm always happy to learn. So if you do have any comments or feedback or tips for the future, please let me know, because I will be cleaning the car again. I have to say, shut up. The sand detailing kit that I've used today, although a sample kit, apart from the snow foam, have only used maybe 20% of each product that I've used. So there's at least another 4 or 5 washes in that sample kit, which is very impressive. As I mentioned at the start, you can get £5 off the sample kit. I believe it retails at £35. So for £30 using my discount in the description, you can get this sample kit just like me. Now, even with everything that's going on, Sam's Detailing are operating as normal, and so you can expect normal delivery times, etc, etc. And I would say you can then follow along with what I've done, but it might not be a good idea. But yeah, have to say, super impressed. And the car's probably never been this clean. It's a shame the sun's not gleaming and there's not a better environment to show it off in. In a normal day, of course, I would now take the car out on the road, find a beauty spot and really show it off, but sadly that is not possible with everything that's going on. And on that, guys, I do really hope everyone is doing well, everyone is safe. My thoughts go out to anyone that is directly affected by this that might be watching this video. I know how serious this is, and I really do hope everyone is keeping safe out there. But if you've made it this far, guys, in this video, I do really appreciate you watching, and yeah, please do comment any feedback or suggestions you've got for sort of content to fill your screens in the coming weeks, months, for however long we're going to be in this situation. So all the best, everyone, until next time, and I will see you very, very soon.